The ballroom glittered under candlelight, but behind every smile tonight, there was a secret waiting to explode. Episode 4 didn't just give us romance. It gave us betrayal, heartbreak, and a storm that no one saw coming. When a single glance can change everything, and one whispered name can destroy a reputation, you know the ton is about to burn with gossip. Bridgerton Season 4 has always been about love and decorum, but this episode, it's where love turns into a weapon. It all begins with a sense of peace that feels almost too perfect. The Bridgerton family gathers in the drawing room, laughter echoing, the sound of teacups clinking softly in the background. But if you've watched long enough, you know quiet moments in Bridgerton never last. There's a tension in the air, almost invisible, but powerful enough to make you uneasy. A secret letter lies hidden on the table, a confession waiting to be found across town. Penelope walks alone through the garden, her face calm, but her heart racing. You can feel it, she's holding something back. Maybe it's regret, maybe it's love, or maybe it's the truth she can't afford to speak. And just when it seems she might finally find peace, Colin appears. The music slows, the world fades, and everything we thought was mending begins to fall apart again. Colin's words cut deep, polite, but sharp, filled with the kind of distance that hurts more than anger. You can almost see her eyes break. It's the kind of moment where silence says more than dialogue ever could. And as she turns away, that's when the camera catches what we've all been waiting for, the first crack in their fragile truce. Every look, every pause, every breath feels heavy. The ton might be quiet tonight, but this calm is just the beginning. Because in Bridgerton, peace is only the pause before the scandal. And by the end of episode 4, this secret will spill, and no one will come out of it untouched. The calm breaks like glass. One secret slips, one truth escapes, and suddenly the night turns heavy with whispers. The grand Bridgerton ballroom, once filled with laughter, now feels colder, tighter, as if every chandelier is listening. Colin stands at the center, his voice steady, but his eyes betray the storm inside him. He's no longer the charming gentleman. He's a man cornered by his own pride. And when Penelope finally speaks, her voice trembles, not from fear, but from years of being silent. Do you even hear yourself anymore, Colin? She says softly, but the softness is sharper than any blade. The crowd turns. The music dies. You can almost feel the air shift. This isn't just a lover's argument. It's the moment the facade cracks and truth demands to be heard. Every word that follows is drenched in pain and unfinished love. He defends himself, but it's too late. The walls have ears, and the ton thrives on ruin. Lady Whistledown herself couldn't have written a scandal this perfect. A confession slips out, one that no one expected, and the room gasps in collective disbelief. It's the kind of moment that changes the course of every relationship in the story. In a single heartbeat, alliances crumble. Eloise looks away, torn between loyalty and betrayal. Violet's eyes well with silent worrying. Even Anthony, ever composed, clenches his jaw, realizing the damage that's just been done. This confrontation isn't just about words, it's about pride, secrets, and the quiet destruction of trust. And yet, amid the wreckage, there's beauty in the honesty. The way Penelope stands her ground, no longer the shy wallflower, but a woman reclaiming her voice. It's powerful. It's heartbreaking. It's Bridgerton at its most raw. The scene fades on a single tear, a broken silence, and the realization that nothing will ever be the same again. When the night ends, the whispers don't. They travel faster than music, slipping through hallways, echoing under chandeliers, crawling into every corner of the ton. By morning, everyone knows or thinks they do. The scandal has become a story, and the story is already being rewritten. Behind the lace curtains and polite smiles, alliances are forming, and revenge begins to bloom. Lady Featherington sits by her window, her tea untouched, eyes sharp with calculation. For her, this is not tragedy, it's opportunity. Every word, every rumor is a tool waiting to be used. She sends a letter sealed in red wax, a letter that will stir more trouble than any dance floor confession ever could. In Bridgerton, the real power doesn't come from titles, it comes from who controls the story. Meanwhile, Colin walks through the empty streets, the dawn painting the sky in cold colors. His heart is heavy with regret, but pride still holds his tongue. You can see it in his posture, the weight of words he should have said, the love he keeps trying to bury. He doesn't realize that while he's lost in thought, others are already shaping his fate. Eloise, ever the quiet observer, begins to piece things together. Her suspicion grows, her loyalty tested. She finds traces of something bigger, a secret network of notes, names, and letters exchanged in silence. Each clue leads her closer to the truth, a truth that could ruin reputations and rewrite everything she believes about her friend. And somewhere in the background, Lady Whistledown prepares her next paper, the one that will ignite the next wave of chaos. The quill dips into ink, a single line written with elegance and vengeance. The 10 may wear its pearls proudly. But not all shine is honest. The audience feels it, that shiver before another scandal breaks. Because in Bridgerton, gossip is never just talk. It's currency. It's power. And in episode 4, that power has just changed hands. Night falls over the Bridgerton estate, but peace doesn't follow. The lights have dimmed, the music has faded, yet the tension still lingers in the air like perfume after a dance sweet, but suffocating. The whispers from earlier now echo in every corridor. Faces that once smiled now turn away, and the once perfect harmony of the ton feels shattered. Every word spoken tonight carries a consequence. Penelope stands alone by the window, the moonlight catching the quiet tears she refuses to hide. The letter that caused it all still lies on the table, its edges torn, its truth exposed. You can see the weight of it, years of silence, secrets, and love unspoken, all breaking at once. Colin appears behind her, not as a hero, but as a man finally facing what he's lost. His voice barely breaks the silence. I never meant for it to end like this. But before forgiveness can even be whispered, another letter arrives, delivered by a trembling hand, sealed in gold. The moment it opens, everything changes again. It's not just gossip this time, it's revelation. A secret no one saw coming, one that ties back to Lady Whistledown herself. The music swells, hearts race, and every character freezes, as if time has stopped. The audience feels it too, that sharp intake of breath before chaos returns. Eloise reads the final line aloud. Her voice shaking, the truth, my dear readers, has always been closer than you think. And just like that, the candlelight flickers, the paper burns, and the episode ends not with closure, but with fire. The camera lingers on Penelope's face, a mix of heartbreak and defiance. As if she knows her story isn't over, it's only just begun. Episode 4 leaves us stunned, love turned into betrayal, loyalty tested, and truth weaponized. The world of Bridgerton has never looked more elegant or more dangerous. And as the screen fades to black, one question remains. When every secret is out, who will be left standing? When the noise fades and the scandal settles, what remains is silence, heavy, haunting, and real. Episode 4 doesn't end with victory or defeat. It ends with truth, a truth that hurts more than any lie ever could. Every character stands changed, love has been tested, friendship has cracked, and masks have finally fallen. Penelope walks away from the chaos with her head held high, yet her heart is broken in ways words can't describe. The girl who once hid behind walls of fear has finally spoken her truth, even if it cost her everything. And Colin, he stands in the ruins of his pride, realizing too late that love isn't a game of status or name, but courage. The kind he never showed when it mattered most. Across town, Lady Whistledown's pen rests for the first time. The ink dries, but her words have already burned through the ton. Her silence is louder than her scandal. And perhaps that's the most powerful thing of all, the moment when even gossip grows quiet, and the truth speaks for itself. As the final violin fades, we're left with the feeling that nothing in Bridgerton will ever return to how it was. Because once love turns into silence and loyalty into secrets, there's no going back. The ton may repair its cracks, but the scars remain reminders of what happens when hearts are left and guarded. So now, the question lingers, who do we trust? Who deserves redemption? And most of all, what will happen when episode 5 arrives, bringing new scandals to light? This isn't just another love story. It's a battlefield of emotions wrapped in lace and letters. And as we wait for the next chapter, one thing is certain in Bridgerton. Every ending is just the beginning of another heartbreak. Comment below. Whose side are you on this time? Penelope's, Colin's, or Lady Whistledown's? Because this story, my friends, is far from over. There's something haunting about the quiet that follows a storm. The laughter is gone, the music has faded, and yet, the echoes of tonight still linger through the corridors of Mayfair. Every candle flickers as if it remembers what was said. Every broken glance still burns with what was left unsaid. Episode 4 doesn't simply end, it lingers, like the taste of bittersweet wine on the lips of regret. In the world of Bridgerton, truth is never gentle. It arrives like a whisper and leaves like a wound. We saw love tested beyond reason, pride stripped bare, and hearts forced to confront what they've long denied. Penelope's courage, Colin's guilt, Eloise's awakening, they've all changed the course of this glittering, fragile world. What was once a story of romance has now turned into a mirror, reflecting everything we hide behind elegance and charm. And perhaps that's the true magic of Bridgerton, beneath the gowns, the waltzes, and the whispered gossip lies something deeply human. The ache of being misunderstood, the pain of loving too deeply, the fear of being seen for who you really are. Episode 4 reminded us that every secret carries a heartbeat. And when it breaks, everyone hears it. As the screen fades to black, the orchestra slows, and a single candle burns in the darkness, a symbol of what remains, hope. Because even in ruin, even after every secret has spilled, there's still the promise of redemption. And in this world, love has a way of finding its way back, no matter how many hearts it has to break to get there. So, as we wait for episode 5, remember this, the ton never forgets, but neither does love. And when the next scandal unfolds, every truth revealed tonight will come back to claim its price. Asterisk, the ballroom may be empty, the letters may have been read, and the whispers may have faded. But the story lingers. Episode 4 didn't just show us scandal and heartbreak. It reminded us why we watch Bridgerton. Because beneath the gowns, the glitter, and the polite smiles lies a world where every secret carries weight. And every choice leaves a mark. Penelope walks away from the chaos with a heart both heavier and stronger. Colin lingers in shadows, questioning pride and longing, realizing that love cannot be forced and forgiveness cannot be commanded. And the ton itself, ever eager, ever curious, prepares for the next revelation. Every glance exchanged, every word whispered, every candle flicker tells a story we've only begun to understand. As the screen fades to a soft glow, imagine the music swelling gently, a violin, slow and aching, echoing the emotions we felt throughout the episode. The camera lingers on empty hallways, unspoken glances, and letters left on tables, subtle reminders that in Bridgerton, even silence speaks volumes. And now, it's your turn to be part of the story. Comment below. Whose side are you on? Who do you trust? Who will survive the chaos of the ton? And who will be lost to secrets and heartbreak? Share your thoughts, because in this world of love and lies, every opinion counts, and every voice becomes part of the gossip. Episode 4 may have ended, but the drama is far from over. Secrets will unfold, hearts will shatter, and love, unpredictable, fragile, and unstoppable, will continue to shape the lives of the Bridgertons and the ton itself. So hold on tight. Episode 5 promises to be bigger, messier, and more unforgettable than anything we've seen so far. Fade out with dramatic orchestral music, candlelight visuals, and a slow title card. Bridgerton Season 4, the drama continues.